All
Will's
right,
about
I'm
to.
Pat.
I'm Will.
And Jeffrey. Will's
All right,
about to have his.
rewind about 10 seconds.
He's about to have his kids these days moment.
He's about
You
to
and I have had a couple of them
We've had
lately.
many. In fact, I think
Yeah.
I've got a few more in the magazine.
Yeah. Go ahead, Will.
So I offer kids candy for facts.
Right.
So if they come to the door,
Wait. Specify. Stop it. Okay, because right now
Down
you
by the
sound,
river.
yeah, you sound like you're doing it out of a van. So why don't you go ahead?
from my house, because they're all friends of the neighborhood and all this kind of stuff, and I've been doing it since they were knee high to a will wisp or whatever how the phrase goes.
This doesn't sound better.
Knee high to a June bug is
Knee high to
Hide
a
a
June bug.
bug.
So even though my kids aren't there, they still come over to try and get some candy, and they have to give facts.
These kids are like 13 now. 14?
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah. Go over to
They're-
Mr.
they're-
Ross' house for some candy.
I've seen him. He doesn't have just like a fucking overcoat and a button and like a watchman's cap.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So some of them come prepared. They have their phone out. They just Google, give me a fact, and they'll pull up a fact and give me a fact. Some of them don't come prepared, and it acts like they have no idea that I'm going to ask them for a fact. So they're like, I have no idea. So I'm like, all right, math fact. I go, what's 100 times 20?
Oh God, he broke my brain.
I don't know.
I don't do math.
And it's just like, well, no, that one's not hard. Okay, and then so we start getting down, and I'm like, okay, what's 11 times 10?
I only learned up to my sixes.
And then I'm like, okay, what's 7 times 8? Oh, eights are hard. And I'm like, the hell is going on, man? And then, so she got stumped. She's Livy's age, going to middle school. Then one of the other girls that's there, she's William's age, and she's like 64. And I'm like, wait,
what?
you don't know? And I'm just like, what is going on? How are you people advancing?
My daughter can't do it. My students can't do it. You know, there's a few. I mean, but if you're a little bit
My
math
kids.
savant, yeah. I tried flashcards for a couple of years with my daughter, and so I got her up to like she can do nines, up to nines. I mean, tens are easy, but I could never. She just like once he got to, and I was like, 11s are stupid. Come on. So but it was just like, no, I don't have to learn more than that. I was like, what?
They don't. And I'm
so they
sure
don't memorize anything.
I say, I'm sure you all can remember it was at least a week that we spent in grade school
Oh, fuck
where
yeah.
they did that for an entire week straight,
Oh, yeah.
with no breaks in between. They're just like, you're all going to learn this today.
Well, the kids did it. Like, they would do 2s one week, 3s the next week, 4s the next week. Like, they did them.
Yeah, but then they don't
Well,
use it. They don't
and
go
it's
back
gone.
and review it after a while. They move on to other topics. So because they did, there was a time where I think it was pretty late in grade school. I want to say it was probably fifth grade. It was earlier for us.
Yeah.
So, but I think it was probably fifth grade when they were having.
No, we did it.
We did it in like second, but they do.
That's
it
what I'm
later.
telling you. My daughter.
Oh,
So, yeah.
No, my kids did it in like second, too.
No, not in my daughter's school. They did it a little bit. I think it might have been fourth grade.
Wait.
So
But they're already doing like fractions and
Mhm.
all this kind of stuff. How are they?
I have no idea, man. So it was weird. She just came to me at one point in time, and she was like, it's like, okay, we got to memorize. Oh, flashcards. Let me make you some flashcards.
No, you don't move.
I'll
be
right
back.
there.
I'll
I'm
be
gonna go
back.
get the biggest marker I can find. So
And you're over there with like the stencil set and shit. You're fucking like wood burning shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just like, how are you guys?
Well, to be fair, I mean,
Progressing.
like,
What
there's
is
this
going
thing that I
on?
saw the other day that it was like this video from the early '90s of like teaching, and there was a teacher who was scolding this kid. It was like, well, you can't use a calculator because you never know when you're going to be without a calculator in the future.
Yes, the
Yeah.
future where everybody has a calculator.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, we have watches that are calculators.
to be
was
fair,
so funny.
they had those when we were kids. too.
That's true.
We did have those when we were kids, but still at the same point in time. I mean, it was because I remember people telling me that. It was like, well, you never know when you're going to need math, and you might not have a calculator in your pocket.
Now you can even just talk to your stuff and
Right,
have it
yeah.
give it the answer, man. It's
You can. I mean, if that's your stance on it, that that your approach is that yes, they're always going to have the tool. So this is
learning
something,
how to use your tool.
I agree. Yeah, there's a point to that, but also, I mean, there's a point to where you can say, all right, so um, are you do you deprive people of a little bit of the mathematical, approach, the mathematical thinking style, uh, when it comes to problem solving? And I think that's probably the greater deficit, if more so than anything else.
Problem solving is a lost art.
But problem solving and just applying logic before just going with your gut.
Well, and then
Oh, none of them do that anymore.
once you fail, it's you're done.
Fuck it, I'm done. Yeah, I can't do it.
One
I'm
fail.
stupid.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm stupid, or
I'm stupid, I
I'll
don't
look
get
it
it.
on my phone.
Yeah.
It's got the answer. It's got YouTube.
Yeah.
There is no beat your head over a rock to try and figure stuff out anymore.
Again, this goes to, I don't think that the actual IQ scores are going down, even though they are trending downward. I think it's just patience score is down. And again, that's
Patience for it is way down. I agree with you on that.
and that's the whole point. Is just, if you're looking at, like we talked about, 5 patterns, and you see the black triangle here and here and here and here. There's you can only do like 4 of those things before you say, I don't care. I think it would go here.
Yeah. Well,
Fucking, if I'm wrong, sue me, put me in jail, right? I mean, that's the trick to it. So, that's I think we reverse course on that pretty hard in the next generation. To tell you the truth, there's a post that I was reading there, where the thing that they were saying, and I think they're absolutely right on this, is that same thing from the 90s, like you said, of like, well, you don't know when you're not going to have a calculator, as if the thinking at the time was that calculators would get larger and the price would go up. Right?
Right.
in case you think that cashier is cheating you got to make sure you get your proper change.
Right. And so the thing they talked about was that whole approach of, we're going to look on this, that in 20 years and see where it is, in the same way that right now we're going to look at that time period where it was, we let all the kids have unrestricted access to their cell phones for 15 years in school. And that was I think that was a perfectly valid point, because I think that's something that, yes, as an adult, sure, you want to acclimate to that, go ahead. But I think as far as having that in your pocket as a learning tool crutch, it's not that the tool has a problem, it's that your access to it has made you ridiculously not lazy.
It's lazy.
You can go with lazy. I mean, it's
efficient.
not even efficient, but that thing you talk about of like, you miss it once and you're done.
I'm not going to blame that on cell phones. That's entirely the fault of the school systems. So,
Well,
yeah.
have you heard about Jeffrey's?
Oh, yeah, I'm very familiar. Yeah. So,
5-step program
yeah,
to
hard
stomping
work will
out
set you free, right?
5 easy step program to stomping out individual thought. Yeah,
They'll be blinking in unison. Yeah.
Love it.
I remember colors.
You can remember colors after the school day is over.
School day is over. Yeah.
That's where your house is.
Yeah. So like my daughter's school is completely capitulated on the phone thing.
Have they?
Yeah. So when she started the fall, they all got these little like fucking Ziploc or these bags
Yeah.
and stuff. They don't even fucking try anymore. They was brand new last fall.
Wow.
And they were like, no, the kids are too fucking smart. They figure out how to get their phones in here. No problem at all. So they were like, fuck it, whatever. So it's like, just don't let me see it. It's kind of one of those things. Go ahead.
Well, it's very easy to solve when you have a set in stone demerit system.
Right? Yeah. So they don't.
People aren't going to enforce stuff because then they're going
They're
to
not
deal
going to
with
enforce
parents.
it, yeah, because then they have to deal with parents, and then on top of that, it's like, oh God, So like, how am I going to get some,
Said the,
TikTok mom to come and roast me online?
said
Blah blah
like the
blah blah.
worst thing that's happened is that the parents can see the kids' grades now
Oh yeah,
because
yeah.
now every time they're checking more than their kid, and
They are.
they're like, "What's wrong? What did he do? What? Why didn't this kid? He turned this in. He said he
I
turned
had
this
to do
in."
that with my wife. So like, calm down. It's okay. If she fails the class, she fails the fucking class. That's fine.
I've done that to look, and then I get a William. I will never go to the teacher and be like, what's going on here? What?
Oh no, my wife doesn't do that.
Okay.
So, yeah, she doesn't do that. I mean, to be fair, I'm very much so on the other end of the spectrum. It's like,
Sink or swim.
you're fucking great, not my problem. So,
Well, I guess all the college classes that William takes coming up, they explicitly said you can't see his.
Don't touch
You
his-
can't. You
no.
can't even see it.
no, you won't be able to see it because he'll be in their system.
You know. So
So I've had parents
Sink or
trying to
swim.
get into that. I had, yeah. So like I've this was actually funny. This like I found out. So I do a lot of independent study bullshit. So I fucking hate it, but I do it because their guys are in prison. They need love too. So whatever. So there's a lot of people who aren't in prison, okay, who are just abusing the system. We actually busted someone whose mom was doing all his fucking homework the other day. So yeah, exactly. And it was like for college credit.
wow.
Yeah. Well, it actually wasn't the other day. It was a couple weeks ago. But still, it was one of those things where it
How'd
was
they
like,
figure it out?
I don't know. I got an email and they said, stop talking to this guy. I was like, okay.
Easiest instructions I've ever gotten.
Yeah.
Huh. Did you get Kat's SAT score?
No, I didn't.
She should have them.
She probably does. She's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
hiding them.
We got them before the end of the school year.
I'm gonna go.
Are you gonna ask directly, or are you gonna kind of tap dance around it?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna say, hey, I need to see your phone real quick. So
Will she hand it over?
Oh, yeah. So you're like, hey, you want your phone back? No, I'm just kidding. I won't do that.
I was like, wow, you know how to get into her phone and all that?
I don't know how to get into her
I
phone.
don't know how to get
So
Yeah, but
my
that's-
wife does.
Wow.
My wife has like administrator access. Yeah. She can get into my phone that way. I don't give a fuck. So
Well, yeah. The kids, they care.
my daughter definitely cares. Definitely cares. In fact, she like almost died of a heart attack the other day when she realized that she was saving all of her shit into my OneDrive. And I was like, I see this short story you're reading here. I didn't read it. I'm not gonna, but you might want to put that on your desktop.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, because it's from your old computer.
Correct.
Ah,
She's
okay.
like, well, I have a Microsoft account. I'm like, no, you don't. I have one. It's because I pay for it with my credit card.
You're free to use it, but
Oh, speaking of which, I got on my credit card the other day.
For what?
Fucking A, if someone wasn't running all up and down and like charging money at Applebee's in New York City.
Woo!
I didn't know there was an Applebee's in New York City, but
Of all
apparently
places,
there's
to
like
go.
8 of
Right.
them, man.
To
Yeah.
abuse
So,
the credit card, you're
Like
like,
in Applebee's in New York City, it was like hit after hit after hit after hit in like all one afternoon. And
did you get the pop up that said,
I got
hey,
one on one, and I was like, huh. And so I was like, well, maybe my wife went to Applebee's. I found
Not
that
in
very
Times
hard
Square.
to believe. Well, I didn't know it was in Times
Yeah.
Square until I got on my account and looked at it. And then when I looked at it, there was like 4 more of them. And then while I was looking at it, another one posted. I was like, oh.
No shit.
Yeah, I was like, fucking hey, man.
well, they
So,
just wipe it off.
They did. They
Yes,
just
yeah.
wiped it.
Absolutely.
All I had to do was sit there and flag them and wipe them off. But I don't know where I got, but I got somewhere. So this is a convenient way to shed myself of subscriptions.
Isn't it though?
It
Yeah.
sure is.
Yeah.
Because they already got a couple of them banging on my door. I'm like, nah. I'm not gonna reply to this. So it was like you made it very hard for me to cancel my subscription. This is an easier way to do that.
That is why I do think it's funny that so many places out there, even just like subscription services and stuff, they do this thing where they just beg you at the beginning and say, look, not only will we give you the beer cozies and like the Crunchyroll branded pretzels, we'll give you those for free. We'll also cut off $2 each month if you just link it with your bank account
Oh, I
instead of
never
your
do
card.
that. No, never, ever, ever.
And there's this thing like, why would you
Why
want me
would
to
you
do
want me?
that?
Yeah,
And that's exactly right,
yeah,
right?
it is. You're right. You're 100% right. My mom's got by that a couple times because my dad signed up for a bunch of stuff with ACH
Yeah.
like that, and I had to track so much of that shit down, and then eventually just tell the bank it was like, nope, you know, because you can go through the site there and get them to block those. So
You
yeah.
can. And to your credit, I mean, your dad seems like the kind of guy that the logic would add up and say,
$2.
it's not just the
Beer cruises.
it's it's not just the $2 thing. It's also it seems like it'd be way safer to just go through one institution to not. Why
I would put all my eggs in one basket. That's where I know where they are.
exactly? It's like why get Visa involved? That sounds like the chances of theft would be astronomical.
Right.
I would
Yeah.
do it for the $2 off.
I don't know why you would do it.
I love any kind of deal discount that anybody can give.
If those dudes actually straight up said you had to fucking crochet them a coupon every month, you would
I'll learn crochet.
like you get to pick the number. You actually have to stitch in like 50% off.
Oh, it's fun. I got to haggle with DirecTV, so
And you do see. You should be a flea marketer. I think there's something. I think there's something to you that there's a bargain hunting part of you that
not to the extent of mom, but well, because DirecTV costs a fortune. So
Yeah, it does.
I don't have it.
well, I have to have it.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to watch football and stuff. So, but yeah, I had like a $30 off per month thing on top of another $20 off, and my bill's still like 120. But the $30 one expired, and I called up, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, your account it's not due now, or it doesn't have another promo available." I'm like, okay, well, then I guess I'm gonna go shopping. I think I'm gonna go look up YouTube and stuff. Can you just tell me what my price is now so that I know what it is? And they're like, well, all right, let me connect you to our
Retention
yeah.
specialist. Yeah.
Oh, and she's just like, it takes like 5 seconds. She's like, yeah, we can throw you like $35 off. And I was like, all right, you're good. That was easy enough.
Yeah, never first to ask. So
It doesn't. It just doesn't feel like I should have to.
Not if they
just
want to
gonna
keep
offer
you.
it to you. Yeah.
Right.
Like if you're one of those ones that have been there for 5 years, like you're like, all right, let me just take care of this guy.
Well, in theory, their system should just automatically see duration
Right.
and just hook you up. And then that's when they can threaten you and say like, oh, you want to leave, huh? It's like, oh yeah, I do. I think my time here is done. I don't really watch that much TV. It's like, okay, well listen, here's the deal. You're a 16-year customer, right? Now, as a 16-year customer, we've been taking down those rates. We treat it like automobile insurance rates. The longer you're a customer and don't have any accidents, we just go ahead and scrape this off the price. Now, the second that you leave, okay, that number by your name that says 16, it resets to 0, right? And that means we have to give you the new guy price.
The new guy price to punish the new guys.
Well,
So, this is
but-
fucking the union.
you
work night shifts, man.
Well, yeah, as long as you understand that things will. I'm trying to remember the phrase. It's if you sit on a rock for 3 years, it's eventually going to warm up.
Right, you just wait around the barbershop long enough to get a haircut.
That's a very
Yeah.
Eastern philosophy,
Oh yeah,
but it
Well,
is.
huh?
Will you?
That's an old saying too. Yeah.
Because someone's just going to do it eventually.
No, someone was just, hey, do you need some help? So yeah.
But you're still going to pay for it? Or you're gonna
Yeah,
get
you haven't
free
heard
or
that one
something.
before?
Huh.
Oh, okay.
I believe the person that made it famous was Wayne Gretzky.
I believe you're right.
Really?
Yeah, and that's basically his perspective was, if you hang out in front of the goal long enough and keep taking shots,
Something's gonna go in. Well, the
That's
Avs could have used that.
Well, I told you,
didn't work.
man. I that team has our number, and they're not. Again, they're not villains. They're not always the greatest team, but they have something to do with us where just they know how to play against us. And when I saw we were getting, I was just like, somebody bump these fucking guys off, and they just couldn't.
It was like 3-0 before you even got home.
Oh,
For the
yeah,
Avs.
yeah.
Was that last night's game or
No, the
Monday
the
or
third.
Sunday?
Yeah,
Yeah.
game 3. He came over because he didn't want to watch the game together, and so he left like right before the
Oh.
game started. He's like, I can't watch this crap, you know. And then so they just kept scoring, and I was like, about ready to text you, like, see, you could have watched the game.
No, that's the whole thing.
And then the second period, and it was just go. What the hell was going on?
And again, it's not something I can point to where I can just say whatever it is. They understand us well enough to beat this team, and you know what? I don't think it's a bad thing for hockey. I like it when teams do have that. I just like it when we're on the other side of it.
Yeah, we were due to win, and we had old man guy Burns that hadn't ever won a title.
Yeah,
That could have been like Bork and all that, and just got his title and called it a day.
yeah. Next year,
He might retire, but I don't know.
it's hard to say. But what do you do after a loss like that? I mean, that's the
Go fishing.
me personally.
I don't know.
You got to have a short memory when you play these sports, you know.
I
Yeah.
would not.
Well, it took the Denver Post a whopping 6 hours to call for their coach's head. So
But I think they already said they're keeping him.
did they?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, they made it to the semifinal round, so I mean,
I'm not agreeing with the Denver Post here. I'm just saying. So some people aren't going to move on.
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
And this is hockey, so
Blow it all up.
it's always blow it all up.
The Nuggets are blown up.
Do you agree with blow it all up?
Blow it all up.
There you go.
Blow it all up, sell all the things. Huh?
Keep Jokic and trade the rest of it.
And fire just yard sale.
No, I should have fired the coach. I don't know why I'm keeping him. He's retarded. But yeah.
But yeah, in hockey, it's customary for them to fire coaches like it's like you get 7 games
most
to prove
teams
your
do it.
worth.
Well, Vegas fired their coach, and he came on with like 10 games left or something stupid like that.
It's hockey. It's no other sport is like that.
The Nuggets did it last year.
Yeah, you did do it last year.
Did they?
Yeah, they fired
Yeah.
Malone with 3 games left.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
He must have did something or said something.
and then like the
The touching peepees. Yeah.
It's that or just kind of like you don't talk to the boss's daughter.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I don't
yeah.
care what your intentions
Right.
were.
Yeah.
and then the Magic this year, they were in the play-in thing.
Yeah.
And so they were, they were like the 7th seed or something like that. So they could lose the first one, still have another chance to win, make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And there were plenty of people talking. They're like, well, if he loses that first one, they should fire him there so that he can't coach the second. It's like, oh my God, guys.
So there is a logic to it. I don't agree with it, but it is a logic that I
Well,
can't
they
understand.
ended up firing him anyway. But
Right.
so what's the logic?
Exactly
Just
that.
try
Is
something
yes,
new.
exactly. Is if
It's
because
broken.
yeah, it's the
Try something.
because you could look at it and say like there's a good chance that same coach goes to the next game and says just do what we did but harder, and you don't want that.
Yeah.
You want a dude when you get replaced like that, you want the next guy to show up with not a whole bunch of like coaching stuff, but like books and
Oh, I thought you meant spirit.
No.
You want that raw guy.
Right, yeah.
now somebody that comes in there and can explain on day one where it's like I've done the math.
Yeah.
You guys are
He gets on
everything.
base.
Yeah. You guys are all we need. But let me show you here mathematically what we did wrong, right? Because then those guys don't go in there and say like, oh, you know, the problem here is John's racist. You know, whatever it is, whatever the clubhouse problem is, whatever, you know, when they're blaming each other, it's like, no. You guys are perfect.
Oh, what did they tell you when they lifted your ban? Like, did they apologize or did they just say ban lifted?
Oh, well, they just gave you it was we found that there was no error.
Oh, it's
There
just
was
that
no
simple.
infraction.
Did they even say we're sorry for the inconvenience?
They don't apologize.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
They just say that we found, upon review, we found that there was no error.
Move along.
You are free to resume your
Get
posting.
back in line, sir.
Yeah, continue shit posting as
Do you get banned because they found something, or do you get banned because somebody sent
somebody
you?
reported. So what?
So the person that reports you should get counter banned.
No.
To reduce ridiculous attempts of banning.
No, what should happen, right, is ultimately what's going to happen is somebody flags something, it's going to go for review. Okay? So an initial turd burglar looked at this and said, sorry, that's a very that's the buttheadian language. So some initial turd burglar looked at this and said like, and they hit the button. So when you ever read my book Inside the Mind of a Moderator?
That's great, man.
And what happens is, it gets sent out for somebody else to review. That's basically on a different board. And they just double check the rules and say, he didn't break any rules.
Gotcha. But only if you petition to try and challenge.
Correct. Because the option was there where it said, eat the ban, delete the post.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And you'll be back within 24 hours.
How long was the ban supposed to last?
I don't remember. Well, because the condition was basically delete the post. And I said, no.
So do you get like a banned sentence, or is it just like you're banned until you do something?
So bans can increase. So what you can do is you can delete the post and still have to spend 7 days in Twitter jail or
cool.
whatever. You know, depending on what the infraction
Cool
is.
your jets, man. Good touch grass.
Look, if the actual ban
You're
message,
grounded, sir.
if the actual ban message, things I remember that Minecraft used to have people used to make fun of this when you'd actually beat the game. I don't know if you remember this. Basically, when you quote unquote beat the game and killed the Ender Dragon.
Yeah. Never made it that far.
Well, no, I was never playing it for narrative purposes.
I didn't know there was a narrative there. We didn't know that for a long time.
But when you did that, part of the ending message of the game is sort of like, all right, well, now that you've done this, stop what you're doing, turn the game off, go outside for a little bit, right?
Okay.
I don't have a problem. So if the Twitter ban message was, where this is a 7-day sentence to touch grass, there's something to that I can
think
agree
the world
with.
would be a better place.
I agree. Yeah.
Well, at least Twitter would be a better place. So
would it?
I don't know.
I don't see.
I have discovered that nobody that I know, with the exception of like you and maybe one other guy, are even remotely aware of like 99% of the shit that goes on Twitter.
Oh,
So,
I know.
Yeah, I know, man. So it was like the other day we were talking about, what was it? Who got roasted alive by Nick Fuentes the other day?
Oh,
what the fuck was it? It was so funny.
Yeah, and it was something to the dude. So where he's something along the lines of like being gay or something.
Something like I can't remember what it was, but it was a classic takedown. And I mentioned to my brother, he's like, "What?" I was like, "Who's that?" And I'm like,
I don't.
Whoa, okay, all right, man. So never mind. I don't need to pay attention to this.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was something along the lines of like, "Look, man, I suck dicks, but this is more gay than that." Or something,
it was something like that. Yeah.
I can't even remember, but it was kind of not the normal kind of barb you throw around for people in that sphere.
Yeah, no.
but
It was something like that.
but the overhand right connected, and yeah, that's yeah. But that's the thing is this is what people. So again, I think there is no worse place for this than the actual Colorado Springs subreddit, where
I don't go over there, man. I thought you were banned.
I am, but that's
Still? There's
That's
a
part of
lifetime.
my band.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not welcome there, man.
oh,
Yeah, they put a sign up that said "Do not serve this man."
oh.
Yeah, that's that. So there's no worse place for that for people looking at Colorado Springs and inventing fascism and dictatorships. And
There's fascism in Colorado Springs.
I check
Where?
my mailbox for it every day. I never find it.
You gotta check behind your neighbors, man.
I-
That's the rule.
It's not just the neighbors, man. I trimmed up like the bushes in the back, didn't find any falling
No
out of it.
fascism.
No.
Okay.
I went digging for it, couldn't find it. I thought my dog sniffed some on her walk, but that was just a guy.
the guy,
Just a
the pet zombie.
Yeah.
Dude, those guys are coming up off the bluffs now, man. So,
The difference is our cops will shoot them.
not apparently the ones in front of the McDonald's over there. So,
Which McDonald's?
the one across the street from the school where I pick up my daughter.
Wow.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon?
Dude, they were camped out in the fucking median the other day. I was like, what the fuck?
Did
So,
you alert the authorities?
well, I was driving 45 miles an hour at the time, so no.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Someone will.
Dude, the
Do you-
police station's right over the hill.
Do you throw a Coke at him?
No, I like my Coke.
Oh.
So,
I wouldn't waste a Coke on a fence.
yeah. But you go to Mickey D's, they got special
That
Coke,
is the
right?
good.
Yeah.
That is the good Coke.
So, yeah. I mean, if it had been a Pepsi, sure.
I
Why not throw a Pepsi?
actually haven't had a Pepsi yet.
It's because
I'm agnostic about those two. I like them both. So,
I do too.
yeah.
I'm not one of those people that is going to say like, well, the reason you haven't had a Pepsi is because wherever you went, you had a choice not to get Pepsi.
I'm not one of those guys either.
Well, if they sell Pepsi, I'm getting it too.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then if they don't sell Dew, I get a Coke.
See, if they sell Pepsi, I can get a Starry, and I do like those.
Ah,
So,
Nothing wrong with stories.
no.
Nothing at all.
I didn't know what it was for the longest time. I didn't realize that it replaced like Sierra Mist or whatever it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is really fucking good. So,
It tastes really familiar. Yeah.
yeah, kind of familiar.
the kids don't really touch it. I've
Why?
got a 12-pack of them in the garage. And,
Oh.
well, I've got a 12-pack of like almost everything. So,
Oh, okay.
They're not quite Sierra Mist, so I don't know if they use more or less grasshoppers, but I mean there is something a little bit different about it. But it's still good.
Just
Dr. Pepper's the hit.
ease up on the bug paste.
I don't know if it's more or less, but it's just
Right.
not the same. Dr. Pepper is one of those things where I do have some middle ground where they're like, if they do say we don't have Dr. Pepper, but we have this,
Mr. Pip?
there's a couple of things that I might say yes to.
It's not RC Cola.
Oh, shit, I haven't seen
Cola
that in
is
ages.
Fine. It just
I haven't seen that in
I
20
haven't seen
years.
it for-
Yeah.
But they
Especially
used to
not-
be there with.
Used to be at the
with
fucking
Dr.
gas
Pepper.
stations. Yeah. So, yeah.
you can still get it.
Well, I would, oh, no, I know you can get it in the grocery store. So,
Oh, not mine.
Oh shit! I bought it online.
oh,
Yeah,
really?
I haven't, because I always buy like buy 3 12-packs, get 3 free.
Oh,
Right.
And
You got to spend more to save.
yeah. Right, yeah.
if you're going to go through them,
Ancient Asian wisdom.
you might as well get them for half price.
Yeah, pretty Asian, yeah.
It's how I do all my shopping practically. My
No,
steaks,
it's
I go
everything.
between King Supers or
Well, see, you
Safeway.
refuse to go to Costco. That's my hack.
Yeah, they kicked me out.
Yeah, I know they did. I know.
I'm not
You're
going
never
back.
going back.
Those
yeah.
guys were real jerks about it
So
too.
I'm surprised you don't go to like Sam's Club or something. So
San
maybe
Francisco
it was
is
San
far,
Fran.
isn't it?
it's closer than Costco.
No, yeah, it was
Yeah.
Costco.
Yeah,
They're
they
all
do.
far.
You just keep going straight on Woodman. That's where the Sam's Club.
Well, listen. Okay, so
Oh, far.
every time I come out to your neck of the woods, okay, you do have something new that's finished. So it could have been that Costco was finished 2 years ago, and I didn't know this.
One thing we won't
There's a
get.
Costco out there?
No.
Oh.
One thing we got a Dunkin' Donuts just now, but
Mm-hmm.
one thing we won't get is a sit-down restaurant.
You get in
God
store an Applebee's.
Damn
man.
thing. They build and build and build, and they just will not give us a sit-down chain restaurant. No Outback, no Applebee's, none of this stuff.
No, you have. There is some place right next to where I get my shots, uh, but it's not a chain place. It's like
The Mexican place?
it's either Mexican. I mean, it does smell good from the outside,
Dude,
but
it's
it's
like an urban egg or something out there.
Yeah.
Like a mint.
Yeah.
he's got like an omelets etc. I
Nope,
think near.
it's not. Nope, it's like Nana's Kitchen.
Oh
Because
yeah, I know where that
it's
place is.
it's not a chain. So it's like we don't have any chain sit down.
It's like, do they have seats and food?
Yeah, but it closes at like 2.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
one of those
Okay.
places.
All right.
So you
But
can't go
have you
get
been
it
there?
for
Is
It's
there
like the
food?
breakfast special. No, I
Fine.
like pancakes. That's the breakfast special.
Right.
One breakfast special. You want with or without? With or without what? Yeah, okay, without.
If I got an IHOP that was open 24 hours, love it.
That's there's a lot of real world experience.
Oh, yeah.
No, you have one other place where it's kind of like the Purple Toad. That's definitely not.
But they don't even have food in there.
Oh, that's not a food place.
No, it's just drinking and hanging out. And then there's like, they have their own like taste.
call it a bar.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in the market right now. Look at Trevor.
But they have like a taste of Philly that's like
Love that.
wedged into
Yeah.
a hallway.
That's not a
Of the
sit down
building.
place, though, man.
Yeah.
That's a grab and go.
No, you can sit down.
Depends on which one you go to.
There's
Yeah.
one round table with 2 seats in the hallway to get to Taste of Philly.
Are you fucking kidding me? Okay.
Because it's like the side of the bar.
The one that we used to go to down on Fountain is the same way. It's just a fucking crack in the wall.
Oh,
No, there's no tables in there.
right down over there.
Well, yeah,
One over
there's-
here's got seats.
Yeah, there's
in it.
some that are full
Yeah.
places, but this one here, it's just they didn't have any food before, and then so they're just like, well, they used to have food trucks park outside and stuff like that.
Really?
Because they just didn't have food, and then
Man.
they did not listen to John Tapper, where you have to have food so that people stay longer. So that
Oh,
they
you're
have
talking. Okay, yeah. You're talking
Oh,
about
yeah,
Bar
Tavern.
Rescue.
bar rescue.
Yeah.
I hated working on that show.
Did you work on that show for a bit?
I did quite a few.
Did you do the hotel one?
I've done the hotel.
Oh man, that one blows my mind because it's like, oh my god, this poor guy who bought a $12 million hotel. It's like, my God, please. I hope he doesn't starve and he has to sell his children. So dumb, man.
Yeah, I know, and just being able to see how the sausage is made on all those shows just sort of
Yeah.
really.
They just egg everyone on. Do they tell them, like the bar one, do they tell them drinking?
No,
We want you to be completely hammered.
they
We want to see what flies out of your mouth.
they didn't do that on those shows. They did it on all the shows where the reactions sold the show, or the interactions, I should say, sold the show. So all of the if there's any show where there's multiple people on it and somebody will be leaving,
Oh,
those are the ones that they juice with alcohol like nonstop. And those are the ones where when you're transcribing the quote unquote confessional sequences where Pat and I are just talking and
Yeah.
Pat's just kind of like, oh, so James came and it was just fucking it's like what's this all about, bro? It's why are you looking at my girl? Blah, 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 blah. Right.
I'm out of here. You fucking guy.
And then there's a fight. Fucking hair gel is going everywhere. But on those ones, those are the ones where they would basically they'd talk about what the answer was going to be. They'd work at it. They just basically the producer would talk about it with them about what they're going to say. Like, so it's not entirely like fake, but it's also not the version that a regular human would say, right?
Yeah.
And on top of that too, it's also like, do you want to do that again? If you're actually taking a confessional from somebody, right, you'd want basically the first take with warts and all.
Right.
Because if that's the case and somebody let something slip or said something ugly or whatever, right? That's what you'd want to take, and that's what you'd want to run with, instead of like smoothing it out and then saying like, well, work up that angle a little bit more. It's like, well, how mad were you, right? You know, that kind of thing. So it was, again, it wasn't that it was completely just fake or just make this up.
Yeah.
It was, how do we take this, multiply this by 10 or divide this by 2? So it's,
That's funny because there's a channel that I follow on YouTube, and it's this candy maker
Hmm.
in like somewhere back east, you know, like East Coast near Jersey or something like that. And it's this older guy who has these three extremely attractive Italian daughters.
okay.
Okay, who all
Yeah.
work in this candy shop. And they
Yeah.
make homemade rum candy and stuff like that. It's really wholesome and stuff like that. They posted something a little while ago where they were talking about how they got approached by like fucking Bravo or something like that to do this, and,
Yeah.
and they actually filmed like a pilot episode and things like that, and they found out that everybody got along with each other, and there was no drama in this family or anything like that.
Yeah.
And so they were like, "Well, you know, is there you guys have boyfriends who fight or something like that?" They're like, "No." And so they dropped the series, and they were like, "We never heard back from them."
You know what? A lot of times they'll try to do.
Yeah.
They'll try to take out, like they'll actually try to like replace a daughter or two.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they'll change people in there. Sometimes like
what with like an actor? No shit.
not an actor,
Oh,
but a person who's sort of in the actor radar.
no kidding.
Yeah. So basically, like a
So
no
say
name.
it's your daughter, but it's not.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
They'll do that shit all
Want
the
to be
time.
on
I don't
TV?
surprise. That doesn't surprise me.
Or they'll cast it, or they'll
They'll cast
hold
it, yeah.
a casting for it. A lot of shows where,
That's fascinating.
well, it's the same thing. If you go to the what is it? It's the Gold and Silver, the place where they do Pawn Stars.
Oh, yeah.
You're never going to find the original cast guys there.
No.
They don't work there.
Yeah.
They only come in to do
The
show.
show.
Yeah.
And it's not as though that these are actual people that are bringing in stuff off the street.
No,
Right.
no, they're all booked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
go on the forum and you tell the producers you have something that might be interesting,
Yeah.
and then they
And he comes out. What do you got here?
and they say, oh, so, you know,
I got a guy.
it's you know, I got this friend. He's an expert in 16th century dildos. So why don't you just hang out for 15 minutes? I'll call him up, get him right down here,
Yeah, right. Yeah. He runs the ice cream store, right?
and then and then the dude pops in. So I'd say this goes for at least 1,600. Yeah, but 1,600, you know, that's
I gotta
after
make
the
money. I gotta
options,
make money. Yeah.
everything I put
You
on
have
the
to
shelf.
frame it.
I gotta make money off this.
The
You gotta
space on
help
the
me out.
wall. I mean, this thing isn't going to sell like today.
Yeah.
So
No,
you know.
I mean, I got time to sit on it, but do you? You know.
And then eventually you watch the thing, and then it says like 25 cents is the best I can do.
Yeah, exactly. It was a 17th century dildo. You know?
There was a picture of that too that I did used to laugh at, where it was like change for $1, 75 cents is the best I can
It's
do.
the best I can do.
Um,
Yeah. You caught me in a good mood today.
What do you got there, Rick?
Yeah.
Is that a 17th century
Get out of here,
dildo?
Chumley. Yeah.
Well, if he doesn't buy it for $1,000, I'll buy it myself for $10.50. It's a fucking show.
I never
mean,
liked that show, man.
look, it's
There is some cool stuff.
I thought it was real. I was like,
Oh.
this is
Well,
fascinating.
you and I thought Storage Wars was real for a while.
Oh
with
my
the Yup truck. You
He died.
know, the Yup truck guy had that?
Yeah. Or yeah.
Dave?
Dave. Yeah.
Oh no.
No, Daryl.
Daryl.
The Wow Factor.
Oh,
Well, he
okay.
died.
He
Yeah.
died.
Yeah. Not too long ago.
Yeah.
I did see
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I remember we used to watch that show. So
Well, I don't think there's a person alive that didn't start thinking.
I
You know,
was
I've
hoping
got
to
storage
do this,
units
yeah,
like right over
they're right
there.
over there, man. Could be a gold mine.
Well, then it's funny.
Dude, I had students do that. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. And then they come back later and be like, "That was a bad idea."
Well, it's a numbers game. You got to keep buying.
But okay, you're kind of right. But then again, you just have to ask one person. Just float around a little bit and ask. You'll eventually run across one person and say, "Does anybody here actually have a storage unit?" You're going to come across somebody that says yes, right? And you say, "Pat, you had one. Did you keep anything? Why are you shaking your head like that?"
That's all the shit that I didn't keep in my house, Jeff. I keep my valuables in my house. my house got smaller, and so I needed more room.
You could see some ET being like, car.
Yeah, but you know it's a car. So,
Where you can see in there.
well, no, it's a special type of
that's
unit.
right. Gotcha.
Oh.
Well, it is a special type of unit. I mean, a storage unit for a car is not a normal storage unit. So,
I mean, they did have. They always come up with like one example where they'll say like, "Hey, this place in Red Bank, New Jersey, this guy had a 1949 Harley Davidson in there."
it would happen. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right, once.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And the same thing. It was like, wow, this guy had bearer bonds. You know, it's like, one time. So come on, man. And it was so funny because all these guys, they find guns and then they have to give them to the ATF.
Yeah, you're not wrong, man.
Mhm.
That's and yeah, so shit like that when you find out it's completely phony. The same thing where they work up. They'll also come back like after the season and reshoot certain things because it looked like they had something going on there. So they'll bring it back a month later and do that to make a storyline
Oh,
that
yeah.
happened throughout the season. Shit like that. It's kind of, and again, the same thing where I remember there were a lot of things where they're like, yeah, this is a fascinating place. It's like, you guys are really interesting people. Like, well, great. Yeah, you guys have an interesting thing. There's no girl that works here though.
All right.
We gotta put a girl in here and make her act like she's worked here for 12 years. Like, well, like you could, but you won't get it. These are foreign married men with children, and they don't care about this stuff. And
Yeah, exactly.
it's like,
Yeah. This is the whole thing. Like, same thing with those Gold Rush guys. I'd be curious. You never did any of those,
I
did you?
most certainly did.
Oh, you did?
Hmm.
Is that one just as fake?
So here's the thing about those shows. You cannot fake those people going underwater and vacuuming the dirt for gold.
Those guys, yeah, I get that.
That crap did happen.
Yeah.
Now, would I argue that the numbers talk and the
Yeah.
stuff like that, I'm absolutely certain that that was completely planted.
Okay. Because, yeah, we find out later that the first guys that went up there, they own like fucking airports and shit. So,
Oh, yeah, one of them, what's his name? Fred something or something like that. He lived in North Dakota. while I
oh,
was
that's
working
right.
up there,
Yeah.
and the flood washed his house away.
Yeah, that's right.
And like the guy I worked with lived in North Dakota, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, that guy's a jackass. He's fantastic." And it's like, damn, dude.
Yeah, it turns out a lot of those things that they do is not necessarily because they have an interesting angle on it or whatever. It's because they have access to something.
Right.
Oh,
Do we have access to a pawn shop? Why, yes, we do. James knows a dude that does this, and boy, those are some real interesting characters down there. And if they're not, we'll go ahead and put some in. Thank you, Pat.
but see those Gold Rush guys. I thought it was kind of the same thing.
Oh, so they're doing it, and they're doing it as part of the thing, but it's not.
But the whole backstory about like America's economy fucking sucks, blah blah blah. We got to go scrape dirt out, you know, in order to actually get. Like it was like you want an airport.
Oh, it's not.
It's like I want an airport. Why don't we do a show about owning an airport?
Man,
I don't know, man.
an airport show could be interesting, but again,
They did one that was an airline that was in Alaska that was kind of interesting for a little bit.
Oh yeah, they did.
It was like a
They
You
did.
know.
They were going to hopper planes.
yeah, but they had a couple
City to
larger ones
city.
too. You know, where they had basically like BTATRs or stuff like that. That you know, the twin engine turboprop puddle jumpers that would go between the big cities. So it was actually an airline with like, you know, 30 or 40 employees, but they followed the guy who owned it around, and he was the guy who would do all the bush drops and stuff. And he had just built this business over years. And he seemed like a no bullshit kind of guy. And so that show only lasted like 2 seasons. Because I'm sure after a little while, I was like, you know what, fuck this. You know?
You're not going to die, are you?
You're not going to die, and no, I'm not going to fire her. You know? So to replace her with somebody who's like, you know, 60% less heavy, you know, or whatever, you know.
Like I would,
But I don't know. I don't know.
and on top of that too, one of the things that's really frustrating about that shit, especially when you got to type all that junk, is you see how much. So you've got like ultimately 22 minutes of footage,
Mhm.
and I swear every one of these shows must shoot 4 to 10 hours,
Oh,
15, 20 hours of footage to get it down to what they want to use.
Right.
And that's even if they sweeten the shit with basically like cheating on the confessional stuff, which costs you nothing. You
yeah,
sit
that's
in this
true.
couch,
Yeah.
I basically interview you and tell you what to say. So how do you and Gene started talking? And I said, you seemed a little bit turt. Did I seem that way? I didn't mean that way. No, you seemed a little bit turt. Well, last season, we thought about not having her on the show again. So, but we got that out. I don't, you did sound kind of mean. Okay, well, I was kind of mean then.
Is that how it goes?
Amongst other things.
No,
Amongst other things where they get people to um, so one of my favorite stories that did come out of the Twitter sphere this week. I can't remember which company it was, but there was a guy who said almost like word for word, like if a person actually, he's just kind of like, I'm gonna say what you believe, and I'm gonna do it at my company, right? And there was a dude this week, and I can't remember what company it was. It was one I'd heard of, where he said, "Yeah, so my company only got better when I fired the
Oh, I
entire."
saw that.
Who was that?
Uh, when he fired the measurers.
No,
So,
he fired the entire HR group.
oh, no, I did not see that one.
Yeah, so this dude basically said, "My company got better when I fired the entire HR team." He said because they were creating problems that didn't exist.
Yeah, I've seen that. So it's been a minute since I've seen that, but I have seen it.
And so there's something to that where if you're capturing something real like that, that would be interesting,
Yeah.
right? If you're looking at an owner and having him like look over his business and the actual decisions being something that's you know you can see this. You can see 17 fucking Gen Zs getting walked out because they just walk around causing problems, right? But then you see where these losers end up, and it's on reality TV shows like this
Oh, yeah,
as producers.
yeah. So I got to use that UCLA degree somewhere.
They most certainly
Yeah,
do,
exactly.
and they're sitting
So I
around.
got my writer's guild card.
Your way up.
You hear these fucking California people just in these
Vocal fry. Did I get it?
and of course and they're sitting there just like the whole time they're just it's like yeah, and then yeah, girls get it done. It's just talking to some TV shows, and again, it would be like if I don't want to go to like my racist Canadian company, man, but it's like that dude should be running this show. He
Right.
should be the dude that comes like, you don't do any real work. You don't do any real work.
Mhm.
So you're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. That guy over there, who's moving heavy equipment, do her job
Yeah.
because you can do it better.
Yeah, you don't see that on those shows.
No.
No.
No,
Well, and any business owner worth their salt wouldn't let that shit around their business anyway. So
it's the entire industry though.
yeah, I know, man. But I mean, you like the whole thing in some respects is just like holy fucking shit. If you actually need to have someone come in and show your shit off like that, okay, either something's going on in your head that's weird because like most small businesses I know owners, they don't want anybody to look at their books, let alone ask anybody. You know? So I've done a lot of not a lot, but enough where it was small business owners to kind of like it's like, oh wait a minute. You're not telling me the whole time. I got it.
Right.
Yeah.
You can look at tax year 22, 23, not 24.
Not 24, yeah.
Half of
It's
25.
like, what do you mean I can't talk to Greg? So yeah. So well, he was your operations manager for years. So
That's why Hard Knocks.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Really,
Yeah,
why
no,
are
you can't
you
talk to
letting
him.
him watch your whole team? Like
you can't
the-
talk to him unless I'm here.
the Giants did Hard Knocks when the year that
Oh,
Saquon went to the Eagles, and they're talking to him about like
Yeah.
Saquon might be leaving. He's like, oh, as long as he doesn't go to the Eagles, he goes to the Eagles. Why are you doing this?
And I would argue that there is something to that format that could capture people's interest, but not in the form that it's doing. And
Hmm.
frankly, I mean, look, the only reason they do this shit, this crappy format, is because it's cheap. They're trapped now, right?
It is cheap.
It's incredibly cheap to do. None of the biggest component of that is nobody that's on the payroll is union, so you
And they
can.
go wherever they want to go, right?
Oh, you mean across the country?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They can, but usually it's within 25 fucking uh, feet of Malibu,
Oh,
because
okay.
that's where everybody
That's where
knows
they're all at.
everybody.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
I thought a lot of them were in Canada.
well, they'll do that in Canada because it's less expensive. I mean,
Yeah. Well, doesn't Canada give them like credits and stuff for like money?
a couple places that do. So Canada is less expensive than Hollywood, and Canada has the distinct benefit of the cities they shoot in, specifically Toronto, looks like every city on the planet,
Yeah.
and there's somewhere to shoot. There's two places in the country where they film everything because it looks like everything else. It is
Atlanta.
Toronto, Atlanta.
Oh, got
Yep.
it. Oh, okay.
Atlanta's the other one. Anything that you need, they have a place that looks like, it's like, well, this is at New York. It's like, you mean downtown Atlanta? Yeah, absolutely.
It's out in Atlanta. Yeah. You
Yeah.
mean rural Arkansas? Yeah.
And Atlanta is just kind of like, hey, come on, film for free.
Oh,
They basically just like give it away. The other place that they do it is the UK,
oh,
and that is because the UK lets them do two very particular things. They give them ridiculous tax breaks because they are just trying to get anything over there that they can. Um, Pat, what? Let me just say this because I think you know this too. What is the state of the UK economy?
it's bad.
How bad?
It is horrifying. Their like median income is dropping. So, I mean, we have like almost lapped them. So it is crazy how bad it is. So
So the GDP of Mississippi,
it's bigger than UK.
yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
Is it that bad?
it's bigger than Canada's
The
too.
GDP or the
No, no, no,
per
no, no.
capita?
The per cap. So the per cap of Mississippi is bigger
Yeah,
than
then
the
UK.
UK.
Yeah,
It's bigger than the total of
yeah,
Canada.
yeah. I believe that. Yeah, Canada's a lot smaller than people think it is. I mean, land-wise, it's humongous, but
Right.
people-wise, I think it's what like 30 million people.
Yeah.
And then like 99% of them live within 10 miles of the
It's
U.S.
big.
border.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the appendix of the United States. Yeah.
It's the bleed over.
Right. And that's the thing is you cross the border and it's not like the mirror using like United States. Like you don't go over and you find yourself but with a mustache.
It's not like the upside down. No.
Ah,
That's Mexico.
Yeah, that's true. It's like what is
It's like that looks like a McDonald's, but it's just not right.
Right. Right. You go over there, it's like, so what's different? It's like I put gravy on my fries.
Yeah.
It's like,
Poutine's actually pretty good.
see, that's the thing. You're
I've,
like,
I've had that. That's
well,
pretty good.
I could move here. It's like, okay, well, you could rent a room here for $7,000 a month.
I know, dude. I was reading on that. I don't know where that came up, some listicle bullshit the other day, but I got sucked into that a little bit about countries that people emigrate to
Oh, from here?
from here,
Mm.
and everybody, oh, we'll go to Canada. Canada's like the hardest one. So,
Yeah. You know how I know that?
how do you know that?
So,
I was surprised by
It
that.
can't be harder than Japan.
It was close. So, actually, like the
Japan,
funny
you have to have like
Japan is really hard. India is really hard, and then the other one that really kind of blew me away. That's like really really. Um, what was it? It was I can't remember the fact on this exactly, but Canada was down there. But there was another one where more people actually immigrated to Iran every year than Japan.
wow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Japan, you have to have like legit reason you're moving there for what job.
And if you're not
everything.
Japanese, you do not get citizenship in Japan. You cannot get. There is no such thing as naturalized citizenship in Japan.
Wow.
So your parents have to be Japanese. So
Damn.
they're pretty strict.
you have to. All right. again, this is the kind of stuff that you live here, so you don't even think that this is a real thing. But like, if you come to school and your hair is blonde, right? They presume that you dyed it, and they're going to tell you that has to be black by the time you come back here
Oh no
tomorrow.
shit.
Unless they say
Unless you're an Ainu.
you have to bring them your family registry
Right.
and show them that somebody blonde was in your family
Yeah.
registry.
Yeah. No, that blew my mind though, because you hear all these stories about like Japan's being overrun by Indians and stuff like this. Not
No.
true.
So to be fair, all right, there was a movement for a while to sort of let that happen.
It did not work.
The dragon lady that they elected, who they seem to love right now, who has straight out said, like, everybody who thought this before was wrong. It's a mistake. And anything that incurs on this territory in any way is my natural enemy from here on out.
Yeah, but those immigration rules predate her.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were trying to loosen
Yeah,
the party in control was losing. But to go back to the Canada point, so I used to have a lot of liberal douchebag friends, right? I counted myself among them.
Did you scare them all off?
They tried to move to Canada. Canada straight up said, and these were not low skilled people per se, right? Canada said, well, we got plenty.
Really?
Yes.
Just straight up. What did they do?
Well, one of them, I don't want to name names here.
Yeah, that's fine.
One was an educator.
Okay.
Said, oh, we got teachers.
Plenty.
Yeah, got teachers.
we're good.
One was an engineer of I don't remember what company he worked for, but was an engineer, like got engineers.
Got it.
And it was all because of this happened during the Bush era.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this was way back then.
This was way back then.
Oh. Yeah, but like, because there was an infographic that I saw the other day that was like showing like immigration trends. So United States is king daddy and always has been king daddy by like a fucking country mile of like how many people actually immigrate to that country. So
Yes.
ours was like quintuple the next closest
Correct.
country. So, but like England was actually pretty high up there.
England's up there.
Yeah, but it's actually really hard to become a British naturalized citizen. So
They'll let you live there. And
They'll
you
let you
can
live
collect
there.
benefits.
yes. So, but you can. It is hard to become a citizen, and that's where I found the Japanese rule. It was like no. It was like pure up, like straight up blood and soil bullshit.
They don't fuck around.
They don't
No,
fuck around,
no.
man. Yeah.
Damn.
So yeah.
What if you marry a Japanese?
Then you can.
Okay.
So yes. So yeah. Well, now you have to be of Japanese descent. If you marry a Japanese, your kids can be Japanese citizens, but you yourself, no.
Now, that being
White
said,
monkey, you know,
you can live there,
you can
you
live
can
there,
work there.
you can work there.
but the actual citizenship, including things like voting, if I recall.
Correct. Nope.
And do you think we live in a country where they're like, listen, so
You're here.
it's not even just a year
Just get a
here.
kid.
It's like we shouldn't let you vote. And I mean, it doesn't make sense to let you vote. But there's enough, about 51% of the people that live here think black people are too dumb to get an ID. So no IDs, nothing like
Yeah.
that here. I mean, it's the things that we let slide, and other countries will look at this and say like, the left isn't even the left in the world stage. The left in the United States is basically center right compared to
No, that's not even.
It's like you guys are so full of shit.
Dude,
I
our fucking left is crazy.
I heard that there's like a campaign of people that are driving to California to vote Republican because
think
they
it's
don't
genius.
check
Yes.
IDs.
Yeah,
Oh, for Spencer Pratt.
that's the most brilliant thing I've ever seen.
Well, wait a minute. Who left all these weapons around here? Maybe we should use some of these.
And so what are you gonna do? You're gonna start
Checking IDs.
checking
now?
the IDs of white people?
Oh God, that's hilarious.
Well, it's
I heard
That
that
makes
and I was
perfect
just like,
sense.
that
Yeah,
is
that makes perfect
well
sense.
done. Like way
Well,
to call it out in the most perfect, innocent way
It's
Awesome.
genius.
It is so
Absolutely
good.
genius.
Oh yeah, that's actually pretty good. So
Well, it's like so. To go back to you and I talked about this. Immigration is a big deal now, right? And if we go back on this, you and I said,
I don't think we're going back on
no. What I'm talking about is you and I started talking about this a while back, where it turned out the catalyst on this, the thing that kicked it all off, was exactly what we thought would kick it off, was when Texas started busing immigrants to other
to
states.
fucking Martha's Vineyard.
Martha's
So,
Vineyard,
yep.
New
Well, they
York.
flew 'em to Martha's Vineyard. Yeah, New York. Yeah, no, we did. We talked about that on
That
the
kicked off-
podcast.
That kicked off
Yeah.
this whole
You're right.
thing.
It did. Yeah.
Because every butthole was over there sitting like, oh guys, it's like there's no it's a stolen land, blah blah blah. Everybody can come in, and they just sort of said, okay, no problem. Okay, well you deal with it.
Yeah, you can steal your
Yeah,
land.
you love them
Yeah.
so much. Here you go.
Here you go, guys.
You want some wrenches? Here you
Sorry,
go.
You're not a
Some
border state.
fucking
Yeah. Fucking yeah.
loaded bus after bus
Cape
with
Cod is not
wrenches.
a border state.
Yeah. What did Martha's Vineyard do? They escorted them out.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Full
unceremoniously. Yeah. So with their badass, well-dressed Massachusetts state troopers,
Certainly did.
they did. Yeah.
And again, this is coming from a bona fide leftist. It's
I'm
the
not a leftist.
well, as far as where the charts would go in terms of things that especially when it comes to speech issues, I'm about as far left as it gets.
Left?
Yes.
What is left on speech now?
Well, I'm the person who basically says like companies shouldn't be able to fire you for what you say off the clock.
Is that a leftist stance?
Well,
Or is that a
It was.
libertarian stance?
But you
Who
don't
the
want the
fuck
kids
even
to be able
knows
to
anymore,
speak
man?
anything.
no, because they're in school. They're underage.
Well, and yeah, and so I'm the same way with companies. It's like, no, motherfucker, you work for me. If
Well,
you say
yeah.
garbage out there, then I'm going to fire you.
Agreed.
You
100%.
Absolutely go work somewhere else, man. So
If
I'm
I
not going to cut your thumbs off.
if I trusted them with any of those things, then I would give them the right to vote.
Oh, children?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would not hold them to different laws, whereupon I'd say, yes, you have to be at home at this time, whereas regular adults do not.
That's a bleak America.
It
That
is.
is a bleak America.
So sad
So
children.
sad children. Probably have
all-
year-round school,
All
too.
gray.
Well, no.
Black and
no,
white.
No,
No, they get like 2 weeks off in the summer.
No,
For-
no, no,
for
no,
physical
no.
He's like,
education.
no, all day off
A
on
day
summer.
in summer
no.
break. So that's track and field.
They have regular school years, but there's mandatory summer camp.
Right, yeah. This is where we go and we learn how to build roads.
Oh, sir.
Child labor.
Child
It's
labor.
back,
yeah,
baby.
Exactly.
That is where you learn how to operate a firearm.
Right, yeah. So, do they give you a little dagger about this big? So that you can carry into battle someday? It becomes a collectible after the war is over?
Is it long enough for me to inscribe something on?
Yes.
Anything sound good?
Oh, I don't know. Like, you can just go with the bolts. That's fine. Yeah.
It's just the bolts?
Just the bolts.
I was thinking something like, blood and honor. I don't know.
Yeah,
This
sure.
is,
Why not?
you know.
Yeah, you know. For the sake of my fathers. Whatever. So,
Of course, Dad. So you have to have summers off because when else are you going to work?
Who's going
this
to work?
is so
The
terrible.
kids?
I wouldn't want to be a kid in this world.
No, not
way.
his
No
world.
Oh,
way.
you'd love it. Because, again, I only have you for 8 hours. I only have you for 8 hours. 5 days a week.
Well, it's summer. Go get to work.
Yeah, go get your work.
Actually, to tell you the truth, if I could actually implement those principles,
Mhm.
right? If I could install this sort of totalitarian hellhole for our children, I wouldn't need to keep you for 8 hours. I could get the day's work done in 4.
A 4-hour school day?
Yes.
Well, what do you do for the other 4 while mom and dad are at work?
Those are your problems, not mine.
Oh. Okay, so maybe I'll just buy school then.
You're welcome to do so.
Yeah, I think I probably
I'm trying a new tactic with the kids this summer.
How hard are you hitting them?
would. He's talking literally too. Not like I hit him with math today.
With a book?
You're right. Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna give them each a section of the yard,
Yes.
like rock stuff. It'll be clean of weeds, but every time they come over, it's their responsibility to make sure the weeds aren't there. You can do whatever tactic other than just using poison.
Poison the fuck out of it. Just
Well, no. So whatever tactic, but
Weeds
they
are
have to think about it. So if all you do is just yank it at the top and they just keep coming, or is it worth it? Like, we're gonna see how that works this year.
I saw
literally chalking off the field. I think didn't Disney do a cartoon with the bears and stuff where they had to clean up or whatever? Do you remember that?
I don't know.
Where they chalked off this area and every bear had to like keep their own area clean, and they all just piled it up on Humphreys. Am I imagining that?
not. I can't
Okay.
remember the specifics of it or why.
It
they
was
were
the
doing
Ranger.
it,
Yeah,
but that wasn't a Disney thing.
I thought it was a Disney.
Was it a
thing.
Disney thing?
It might have been Yogi Bear. No, it wasn't Yogi Bear. It was a Disney thing.
But why were they doing it?
Because they had to clean the park to have guests come.
Oh yeah, because all the tourists left, and it was all trashed, and so he made like this big plate of beans for all the bears.
Find it.
I will have to. Yeah, I'm remembering that.
share
one
this in
now.
the Telegram channel.
Yeah,
This
okay.
is there's just enough of a memory here to feel real.
Da 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 da. Bum, bum.
You know what I- Scrooge is singing that too. That's it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I did the only you can prevent
Forest
fires.
fires.
And my kids both were like,
Who's that?
what the hell are you talking
Oh,
about?
yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean, what am I talking about? How do you guys not know this? Nobody knows this,
Yeah,
Dad.
nobody knows it, man. So they still play those ads on the radio.
Yeah, I
So
saw
you hear
one
him on the
other
radio
day.
with Patrick Warburton. So
Him?
yep,
He's doing the voice?
yeah.
Only you
Yeah,
can
you
prevent
prevent
forest
forest fires.
fires.
The one I hear is the mustache guy.
Well, he's the guy at the end of the commercial.
Oh,
Patrick Warburton is actually playing Smokey Bear. Or no, he's playing a ranger. Because the guy's calling him up and saying, well, this bear put out my cigarette. It's the stupidest ad. You know, it's a typical government ad.
Who's
You know.
the mustache guy?
So the mustache guy is Sam
Sam
Elliott.
Elliott. That's right.
So
Oh,
he says only you can
Yes.
prevent forest fires.
okay. So he makes way more sense
Yeah.
saying that
Yeah.
than fucking David Putty.
You're right. Yeah, David Putty.
I mean, it's funny in its own right.
But you can't take it serious.
No.
With Sam Elliott, you can.
So Sam Elliott.
But the commercial
right.
is not serious. It's dumb.
It's dumb.
Oh man, there's all these stupid government ads on the radio that are just like, I mean, it's like not even, it's not even trying. It's like obviously written by 5 fucking interns,
Oh,
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
yeah. You go, girl.
Yeah, go. So I'll put that on my resume. I need to make a portfolio.
I have the brats, but I don't have the dad. You put it on Fiverr because your parents are paying for
Right.
your fucking $4,000.
Disciplinary studies.
I think the problem here is that the wrong people control the means of production.
Yeah. Okay. Oh man, that stuff's thick out there right now.
Dude,
it is invading LinkedIn. I'm watching it happen.
well,
So,
man, Donnie
it's just
specifically
what it is.
talked about
Is that what's going on?
seizing the means, basically seizing from the landlords.
Oh, I thought they actually opened their first government-run grocery store, or they're about to. Or something
No,
like
not
that.
for another year and a half.
Oh, okay. Maybe they
No.
got maybe they picked out the spot or something because they were interviewing people around it. They're like, "Fuck that." So
I
he's
think-
going to put me out of business. So
I think what they're hoping to do is just kick it down the can long enough so that people forget.
and then they just set it up.
No, it just
Oh, it just won't
Just
do it.
fail.
Yeah, yeah, you're probably right.
well the same way. Like
Same thing
how-
with free buses.
Well, I know their books are just all sorts of jacked.
What in New York City? Oh, I don't know.
oh yeah,
They're
Bad.
they're pulling out of the pension funds and stuff like that. Like,
well, so this is the amazing thing. So it depends on where you get your news, right? So you remember
Oh,
this video I
yeah,
was
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about? Okay, so according to one news source,
Yay! MSN, yay!
but okay, so
It's my homepage. It's so fucking funny.
this is like if you this is like if you used to get like Tutti Frutti Islands or whatever like cereal that you used to get back in the day.
In the bag.
Some of these things, what they would do is they would give you like a map, right? And it isn't the type of map that you submerge in water and words appear. They give you a clear marker, right? Or think
Oh,
about
yeah,
it,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
you'd rub it on something, and that would be like the one that you picked, right? Or in the same way, if you bought yourself some Transformers back in the day, their tech specs had this thing
Oh, yeah.
like
Oh,
this,
that's cool.
Yep.
and you took the red thing and you put it over to see
Yep.
the thing. So if you go to MSN, if you have the red thing or the marker, it just straight up says propaganda. It's
Dude,
not-
I know. It's great.
It's
So,
it's like, but if you go to one source, they'll say that Mamdani overcame the $8 billion deficit that he came in with. If you go to the next news source, what you'll find out is Kathy Hochul robbed the rest of New York for $8 billion and gave it to him because of his insolvency.
okay.
Same information, but yeah, it's just kind of, oh, you sold it. Well, you didn't solve it. She gave it to you.
Yeah. No, it's insufferable, man. So I mean, I just watched the Iran thing, and like my whole homepage is like fucking outran. Wily Iran outsmarts idiot president
Oh, yeah.
again.
And there he is. You see this picture of Trump, and he's holding his business card that says "Super Genius."
Super genius. Yeah, exactly. Box of bird seed. So they call us out, guys.
Every
it is
goddamn
so
time.
bad, man. It is every day. Now it's like president fucks up again, kind of thing.
That's the headline. Yeah, it's just crass at this point. And just, I mean, the fact that people never call it out, just the fact that we just had. So if you're looking for the proof of the pudding, so it comes down to who got primaried, and I think you must have seen this here.
I saw a
Texas
little
one.
bit of that. I don't really understand the Texas one that much because it kind of snuck up on me the last couple days. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't even know there were primaries until they were going yesterday.
I wasn't paying
So,
attention
yeah.
to it until they showed the number. They said
What number?
the number was how many of the Trump-backed candidates won.
Oh, probably all of them.
That is correct,
Yeah.
to the tune of like 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
it was 108 out of 108.
Okay, I looked
Okay.
away for a minute, so shit. Okay, but
It was all governors or Senate or
oh, so you're looking at everybody.
Everybody,
Okay,
yeah.
this was the big ones. Yeah, Texas were the big ones, and Thomas Massey and
Well, and that's that's the thing is because if you look at like John Cornyn, he's a little bit more old school Republican, but Thomas Massey was basically fucking Tucker 2.0.
a little bit.
And
yeah.
so both sides of that fence just lose to him right now. And I mean, there was like, so NPR was doing, and I still do pay attention to NPR every now and then just because, okay, fine,
Oh, it's the same reason that fucking I follow AOC. I need to see what the other side thinks.
Well, I mean, honestly, they still put out some pretty decent stuff from time to time when they're not talking about politics in particular. So,
It's
but,
true.
and actually, it wasn't NPR, it was Colorado Public Radio the other day. And I don't know how they got into my feed, but they did somehow. They just weaseled their way in there. Probably because I do have a local news page on my home.
Oh, there you go.
That's what
Yeah.
it is. Come to think of it, but they were actually like interviewing people up in Greeley and fucking out in Fort Morgan and stuff like that, just randomly going out to like Truckton and bullshit. These little tiny towns out there, and walking around like, hey, what do you think of Donald Trump's gas prices? And all these guys are like, yeah, it's cool. So I was like, we need to fuck those guys. And I was like, yeah, it's a little strain on my business and stuff like that. But you know what? I mean, it wasn't any worse during COVID or 2008. We've done this before. And, you could just hear that sound where you take the edge of a balloon and it just goes, kind of coming
Not
from this
the
article,
answer we
not
thought you were
the
gonna
answer they
say.
were looking for. And so like when they turn around and say like all these Trump-backed candidates, they don't realize exactly like, all right, so you can take a look at his poll numbers, but they've never gone below like 35%. All right, they've never gone above 42 either, So he's very range bound, but he's got people who are like, let's see what happens. you know, and they're tired of this, you know. I mean, like that backlash, and I've seen it on the right hand side of people actually starting to look at Tucker and say, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" You know, and the same thing's true with Candace Owen having Hunter Biden on her show the other day.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's some great clips from that. So,
Whoa.
Yeah.
it's kind of like, oh, wait a minute, it's not a horseshoe anymore. It's actually a circle.
Bro, listen, the dicks touched just 6 months ago or a year ago when two very different groups of people came together and said, "You don't like Jews?
Oh, right.
I don't like Jews either."
Yeah. So now there's a lot of that going on right now, man. So
Well, why do you dislike them? Well, I'm a queer for Palestine. What about you? It's like, well, I think they're lizards. And
oh, that's great. You know, because Palestinians don't like lizards either. You know?
I've never made a real friend before.
Dude, let's go get some ice cream. I think they're lizards.
Hey, dude, it was funny. I mean, like I said, just hanging out with Russians, and I was like, "You know about the lizard people?" It's like we came up with the lizard people.
We invented lizards.
So it's like we thought the Jews were lizards long before you were born. Oh my god, I was dying when fucking. I was like, "What do you know about the lizard?"
What do you know about lizards? Oh my gosh, man.
She's like, "How do you know about them?" Well, so there was this show.
There's this guy. Talks like this.
I was like, "You ever had to work an overnight?"
Yeah.
So if you're working overnight shift and you're not allowed access to a TV,
Yeah.
there's this
Public
show
radio, man.
that was on for like 25 years.
Still on now. Still on.
I presume George Norrie has the headliner spot.
Oh yeah.
Who's the new weekend guy? Probably somebody.
I don't know. I haven't listened to it in a little bit.
Yeah.
But, George Norrie is still there.
Art Bell is.
He's dead.
Yeah.
He died.
Did he die?
Yeah, he died. Yeah.
I thought at some point he just had enough, but
Well, he did, but then he died.
does happen.
So he didn't die on set. So
As he would have probably wanted to
yeah.
go.
So, but considering he like ate cigarettes, so,
Different generation, Pat.
different generation. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a weird thing when the horseshoe touches with Jews. It's
Yeah, it
I
is
never thought
definitely
I'd
a
live to
jumper
see the
cable
day.
between the two. You know, and it is so bad between like some of the stuff that I see on the regular that boils over into my feeds. Um, you know, I mean, to be fair, some of those guys follow that shit pretty close. Like I still check in on Ben Shapiro every now and then. He's fucking tailgates that one left and right.
He
You know?
does. He's got like a spider sense for it. Like
He does have a little spidey sense when it comes to that. Yeah. So, but then there's a couple other guys that are kind of like, yeah, okay, you're talking about it too. Got it. Must be a real thing. So,
it's an odd thing. It's an odd thing to me to see things. So, there was a way that people sort of they used to talk about this sort of in a backgrounded or sort of a equivocating way almost where people it's like you need to draw the line to figure out who I'm talking about.
yeah.
It's weird that it's kind of come out into the open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
You know, because there was a lot of, like you know who I'm talking about. So those people,
Those guys,
you know,
yeah. Well, it's just the ubiquitous they that they would use for a long time.
Right.
You know, what do you mean by they? Well, those guys who have all the do the buttons and the levers and stuff and control my life, blah blah blah. So,
it's like,
can you point one out for me?
or just I'm gonna spin the globe, and you just put your finger where you think this comes from.
Exactly.
And they're gonna point to a couple of different places. They might point to New York. They might point to Los Angeles.
Well, they point to DC, but DC has this dotted line that goes to Tel Aviv.
or it keeps spinning until it gets
Right, yeah.
to the other side of the globe. Yeah. It's I do find that very unusual, and again, it's so weird that we had it, Pat. We had for like 25 glorious minutes in the late 90s.
Yeah,
We had this mentality of like,
it's cool.
it's not just that it was cool, it was that I acknowledge you're different, but I don't see it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's
Right,
fine. Yeah.
right.
So then, two buildings crashed into planes. Because America was like fucking throwing its weight around, blah blah blah, you know.
Oh, that's
And
right.
all of a sudden, it
Yeah.
just
You know, that's the amazing thing is for as much as America threw its weight around in the 80s and 90s that quote unquote caused this, Soviets threw it around just as much.
oh yeah, and much harder. Go ask people in Central Africa. So you
They don't
know,
talk about
they
it.
don't talk about it.
No.
No, and oh my God, look at all these weapons around here. They all say AK-47 on them. Where'd you guys get those? Neat.
Just sent away for these, huh?
Yeah,
It's like no, they grow from this
they
tree,
grow from this tree.
right?
So yeah. No, man, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with some of that stuff, but it just seems like, like there's this thing once normies kind of get like their
Yeah.
once that it's like, wait, what? What are you talking? That is a Nazi tattoo. What the fuck? So, what are you guys doing over here? And then you just get scorched in the midterms, because they actually do show up to vote, So no matter how influential you and your little clique of fucking frog people think you are.
Yes.
All right. So if voting day is on a Tuesday and half of you have a fucking wow rate that you're not going to offset the 55% of your community that's actually going to show up.
No. So again, it's this. You're right. There is. You and I have talked about this weird sort of like accelerated news cycle, but I don't think it's not about what's actually happening. It's about
No.
what manages to actually leave the Twitter sphere and make a difference to these people, and it's surprisingly little.
Yeah, it has to hit escape velocity. So, and there are things that do that from time to time,
Yes.
And so, yeah, you can talk to anybody. They know about Iran. So,
Yes.
but obviously, most people aren't like, yeah, okay, so gas prices suck. Um, but it's like, all right, so those guys are assholes, and my brother-in-law got killed in Iraq,
Yes.
and so I remember those fuckers, kind of thing.
Right.
And nobody makes that connection. So, I mean, there's some smart people out there who talk about this foreign policy. Basically, it's like we weren't fighting Iraqis in Iraq.
Exactly.
And the media ignores this, but anybody who spent 5 minutes over there knows that it's true. It was like, wait a minute, those guys aren't from here? No, 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 no. They don't even speak our language, man. So they speak Farsi. So,
That's kind
like,
of
where does that come from? That place over there.
because the only difference it would make to an average person if you happen to be that guy. I was like, so how's it impacted your life? It's like, well, gas is a little bit more expensive. Yeah, anything else? It's like, well, my night job was so I would sit in the warehouse and I'd look at the missiles, and then one day trucks came and took the missiles, and I still have a job. I just look at an empty warehouse.
Yeah, no.
My understanding is that on Wednesday they're going to put more missiles in here.
Yeah.
Then another truck will get them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the average person, it's not as though, well, I lost my son in Iran because they didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there are no people on that drone.
No.
Right?
No, to be fair, though, I mean, and you have to dig for it a little bit, but the Iranians did do a number on some of our installations over there.
Oh, yeah. They did.
So they did. There was a major radar station that got knocked out by them that, I mean, multi-billion-dollar kind of like permanent thing. So, and then there was what? They came out the other day with how many aircraft had been lost. It was
Right.
something. They kept using the number like the cost rather than the actual number. And if you dug into it a little bit and you started looking at them, it was like, okay, so that one legit got shot down. These two got shot down by friendly fire. These two got left when they were rescuing that dude because they couldn't get him out because fuel one way kind of thing. So they just left him in the desert and blew him up.
Yeah.
This one got legit shot down. these three got in an accident, so it wasn't like they were plucking them off left and right, kind of thing.
No,
So
Arcade D was higher than
Arcade
theirs.
D is amazing, dude. So in fact, I think it was, I can't remember exactly which outlet it was the other day, but they were telling a story about how, so how the U.S. has like several different types of those big drones. So they have
Yeah.
the Reaper,
Yes.
which put some English on it. But then they have the Globe Hawk, which is it's like the size of a fucking 737.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a drone. So it is basically, it's not only got weapons on it, but it can see everything, kind of thing. So the Iranians had sent two Phantom F4s after this thing. Okay, these are Vietnam era F4s that we had given them. Okay, back in the day, and they actually had an F-22 that came right up underneath them and counted all what weapons, radioed that in, and then pulled up on his wing, Maverick style, and clicked his mic. It's like this, and they just, oh my God.
People don't know.
They don't fucking
just
know,
don't
man.
know.
They don't know.
Well, this
So
is basically the whole thing where uh, China has more to do with this than they think, because again, the whole thing was that the entirety of Iran's radar system and detection system was sold to them and purchased because it was supposed to be able to detect stealth American vehicles.
it does not exist anymore. There is not a live radar set in Iran.
Well, not only did they not detect them, the only thing that actually worked as far as detection was eyes. And
Right, yeah.
we have not been able to gouge out all of the spotters, and they have been able to get things by seeing them.
Well, yeah. Well, and I mean, you can still like they still. I mean, they still have man pads, which are like Stinger missiles and shit like
Right.
that. They can absolutely knock planes out.
Yeah.
So but I mean, they're actual like batteries and stuff like that. I mean, nobody really like. I mean, you have to dig a little bit, but you can find it. You can find some of the reports, or there's some open, source intelligence out there that you can dig into. That basically estimating the damage. Iran has no, like, it is open skies over that. They can fly wherever they want. You just have to watch out for those little man pads and stuff like that, so you don't fly low, kind of thing. Their navy doesn't exist. So, but they're using speedboats, all right, to run out there and dump mines. And like they actually mobbed a ship the other day where they had like 100 speedboats just mob it, and then guys climb on them, like take it over. But here's what they're doing: is they're grabbing like any cargo ship. They're not grabbing tankers. So if Dubai sends out a cargo ship that's got fucking containers on it, they grab that, they steal all the containers, empty them out, steal all the shit. They just leave the ship there. So it's crazy, man. So it's obvious. It's like, okay, so you guys don't give a fuck about the oil. Naturally, you want the TVs.
Right. Well, so when your military strategy has basically devolved to the quote unquote thug and mug,
It is the thug and mug.
you're kind of in a bad
You're
spot.
pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've seen satellite photos of the borders with like, I think it's Turkmenistan that's on the right hand. So they got a couple roads, and you can just see there are lines of fucking tanker trucks at the border. Like just, and this dude's like basically carrying 2 gallons, to get oil out of the country. It is bad, dude.
You may as well just have your shirt pulled up, dude. It's
So yeah,
it's bad.
it is bad, man. So and then there's other satellite photos that you can see of that island, that Karg Island. That it's actually way up in the Gulf. It's not close. It's way up, so it's pretty far. And so people would saying, "Oh, you're gonna go take it over." It's like there's no way that the United States Navy is gonna fucking send an MEU through the Hormuz right now. But whatever. But it's just leaking. It's just. You can't keep it in there, man.
Oh
So
my
there's this
God.
huge environmental disaster going on that nobody's fucking thinking about. So, it's
And that
like
one, it's kind
fucking,
of a tough.
yeah, Exxon Valdez just it's like a
Oh
fucking
my
oil volcano.
God.
So,
Like, I don't even know how you deal with that. Now, I guess the thing is, we don't have a whole bunch of. Maybe it's just a territorial thing, so the TV is not showing a whole bunch of greasy ass ducks and penguins.
I don't think there's too many guys from CNN over there walking the beach.
There's that too. I hadn't really considered that, but you may be onto something. But yeah, we're not seeing the fallout of animals being covered in shit.
No, in fact, any kind of reporting from Iran is sketch at best. Even on Telegram, you can't find shit on Telegram that you can't like look at. They're like, that looks like an Arma 3 snap.
Not that people have not been trying to pass that off.
Fucking A, they've been trying to pass that stuff off, man. It's like I played that game 10 years ago. So fucking, you don't even know 60 FPS, loser.
So, well, I can tell this is fake. It's like, why? It's like, because he's got anti-aliasing off. These are some really jagged ass looking, like.
You left your HUD on down there in the corner.
And this is so, Will and I, we were talking the other day, like the point is when it comes to the exercise we have going on right now, if you want to make the argument that yes, we need to curtail the president's ability to do stuff like this,
Probably.
I would have said that. I've also been saying that for a long time.
Yeah, but it's not really our job to tell Congress to find its nuts. It's our job to vote them out. So, and really when it comes down to it, okay, so they set up the law in a way where he can do this on,
Exactly.
off, on, off.
Yeah.
It's on, it's off, it's on, it's off. It's called blinking, boys.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Because, like, look, here's the thing is, like, everybody's like, oh my God, it's going to be a terrible forever war, blah, blah, blah. There is no chance. I mean, he's not going to fucking land the 101st Airborne. We're not going to take the 1st Marines and take over Karg Island. We're just going to turn it into a fucking smoking crater if it comes down to it, because that's just as good as taking it. Okay, and just way cheaper. All right. So, like, that's the thing that most people in the press aren't really looking at is that, okay, so Iran may hold like the Strait of Hormuz and stuff like that. And they don't really, but they just if I owned a $2 billion fucking oil tanker and they said, we're going to bomb that, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to send it. I got it. All right, it can stay there. It's fine. Kind of thing. And so, but then like anything outside of that, I mean, if you look at where they get the ships, they don't get them in the Strait. They get them way out by fucking India and stuff. And they just grab them. And then, okay, this is ours now. And so Donald Trump's really got them in a headlock. And very few people are willing to say that right now. But the question is, does it matter? Because, like, if they don't give two fucks about their people starving, and, some smart guy that I listened to the other day pointed out, he was like, well, like, remember 1989 Tiananmen Square? There was this huge democracy movement, and it got massacred on live TV. And everybody in town saw that, so they didn't show up for the next one. And he said it's going to take the Iranian people a little while because they saw what happened the last time they tried to do this.
Yeah.
So it's just a shit situation, man. But still, at the same point in time, the market's going to sort itself out. I mean, there's a reason why oil keeps peaking around 100 and then it goes back down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because, like, even the smart guys out there are kind of like, like, all right, it's bad for Singapore, but we don't fucking live there. So
there is a little
smart people, and they have lots of money. They'll figure it out, kind of thing. And the guys who are really freaking out about it are like, fucking Dubai. So, and Kuwait,
where oil's the only.
It's the only thing they got. There's only one way to get it out. So, like, Saudi Arabia's got a pipeline that goes to the Red Sea. So they're kind of like, they're like, it sucks because it's faster if we do it that way. But yeah, So, and Iraq's like fucked because there's no way to get out of there. But even they're like, so we can build a pipeline. They were already working on building a pipeline to Israel anyway.
Yeah.
And so it's looking good. So there's a few guys who are fucked by this. The big one being Dubai with their little fucking islands that look like palm trees and stuff. And everybody's starting to realize it's like, wait a minute, there's nothing actually here.
Yeah.
So they're starting to squeal a little bit, but okay.
Well, if you're asking me if it bothers me that certain nations like that are squealing, sorry, no.
Yeah, same thing with you, Cutter. No. So you guys are sitting there like fucking having those Hamas guys in a fucking penthouse for 4 years. So, okay. These are called comeuppance.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. And I mean, I've seen the history of how all that shit developed, and I've seen how um, the quote unquote energy crisis. Well, actually, no, I don't want to quote that because it was actual energy crisis back in the 70s. And I saw how basically Saudi Arabia sort of saved everyone's bacon
Oh, yeah.
in a big way
Yeah.
because everybody else was like, well, we're going to raise this incrementally like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, and we're going to do this every single year.
And they said no.
Actually, it wasn't even just no. It was like, I got to go home and call somebody. And the dude went home and called somebody, and they said, did he say yes? He's like, emphatically no.
Yeah.
We're not going to do this. And because we're not going to do this, you're not going to do this. And if you do this, we will put you out of business.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is why
I'm going to buy your album.
that is correct. Well, because on top of it, it's like, well, what basis do you have to say that? It's like, well, okay, so we have more of it.
A lot more.
Not just a lot more. It's also, it's right there.
Yeah.
So what do you mean? It's like, well, I put
Touch the ground.
2 hands in the sand.
Yeah.
I move it. I get past the Indian clay, and it's right there.
Dino blood.
It's like, because we don't need the entire world to hate us.
No, no. And that's the thing is, you know, like there's other ways to get the dino blood too. You know, and a lot of them, right, you can get it right here. Yeah, you can get it, you know, like you can get it from that guy who's causing problems and might chill out or might go nuclear soon. We don't know.
You mean that dude in that other country?
That dude in that other country with the problems, yeah.
With the problems where they speak all the fucking...
Where they invented the lizard thing, yeah.
Well, the alphabet with the cat heads and the... Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys.
And the lightning bolts. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
It's like you guys have like 209 letters in your alphabet, but you don't use articles.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Adjectives are forbidden. Yeah.
So, no, that's okay. So is UC tank? It's like
UC
which
tank.
one?
Which one? Or whatever, man. They'll figure it out.
That
But
being said, yeah.
here's the thing, though. I mean, we're just gonna have to see. Like, he's gonna face a lot of pressure. I mean, yesterday, like, or maybe that was today. I can't remember, but somebody straight up asked him, you know, about the midterms. He said, "I don't give a shit about the midterms." So it's like I care about Iran getting a nuclear weapon and exploding it in New York Harbor. So I was like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. You know?
Sometimes you need to tell the dude. It's, you know, when I say it's like I need all these keys for work. What's the answer, Pat?
My problem. You're gonna ruin your Tumblr.
That is correct. I tell you, that guy Goodyear just really changed my perspectives on a lot of
Man,
things.
sometimes someone just spins you a little bit. You're like, oh wow, yeah. So we'll see. I don't know, man.
And
There's
there's
the wailing and gnashing of teeth like today over the midterm or the primaries. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and dive into that because it started to boil up this afternoon a little bit. And I was like, huh, interesting. Maybe that NPR article was correct. And most people actually don't give a fuck about an extra dollar of gas because we already did that.
we've been there.
We've been there many times. Yeah. So,
I'm annoyed by the extra dollar.
yeah, of
I
course,
agree.
man. So I'm annoyed by it too, you know, but there's also like, I, you know, like,
I mean, so be it. It's
yeah,
gonna go away.
it's going to go away eventually. And the other thing about it is, it's like, okay, so, you know, like, I'm not seeing it bleed around to everything else like everybody tells me it's gonna, blah, blah. I mean, food was already expensive, restaurants are already expensive, you know, and like,
I can still afford eggs.
I can still afford eggs, it's fine, you know, but we've also gotten to that point in time where shit just gets more expensive now. People just don't fucking buy it, and then it gets less expensive. So, you know, stop telling me that I'm stupid and I need X, Y, and Z in order to be an American. It's like, no, actually, you know what? I don't mind riding with my friend. It's okay. So the other thing is, like, I don't need to have DoorDash today. It's fine. I'll actually
Chili's
make a
comes
meal.
out with like a $10 meal deal.
That's fine. That's great. Hey, man, it's Friday night, you know? So, like, it's $2 Tuesday. Here we go. They treat us like we're fucking children, man. You know?
Yeah, it is sort of amazing how the businesses work too, because yeah, it is what it is. Do you want to stay open, right? So if it gets to the point where they're like, well, look, we've already, we're Applebee's. We've already cut down. It's a burger and fries and something to drink for $6.99. We've set up a system where if you just say the magic words at the beginning, hey, I've got to get out of here. They'll bring you the ticket like right at the beginning. So they're going to have you in and out of there at the same speed as they would, going to Burger King, right? If it gets worse, then it'll be like, well, I'm going to raise it to $7.99. It's like, oh, that's pretty steep. It's like, but,
Fucking bankrupt now.
but
I can sell my children.
You get an ice cream sundae.
you get chicken fingers instead of fries.
I don't know. I kind of like your fries, though.
You can get fries.
Okay.
You have to pay extra for those.
Yeah.
There's
Maybe
a
I'll
lot
treat
of
myself today.
chicken
Yeah.
fingers.
But they're going to come up with something here to actually stay in business because that's how this country works.
It always does, man. So, you know,
I mean, it's weird.
and that's not your constraint right now. Anyway, your constraint is fucking labor. So,
Pat, what am I supposed to do? So, how am I supposed to look at the same people? How am I supposed to look at the same
you
people in
can't
the
go to
eye?
a gas station in this town that doesn't have a help wanted sign on it,
Oh,
man. Not a single one.
that is. You're not lying.
I go to one gas station and they're run by like Indians or something.
Oh,
Dude, my liquor store has a help wanted sign on it. Come on, man.
bro, like again, for me to look at the same people at the same time and say like, all right, inflation is a huge problem. I was like, wait a second.
Is it still?
Well,
It's
so
kind of stopped.
so here's the weird thing about inflation is it's kind of going like this.
Yeah.
Whereas it was like this before,
Yeah.
and it did come down like all the way to here. Now it's kind of doing this. I'm going to sit there and look at these people and say like, well, this man is causing inflation. But I'm looking at the guys who said, wait a second.
Mm.
So, but that time period when nobody was working and you guys were
Printed a
just sending
fuckload of
out money,
Yeah.
that didn't cause
That
inflation.
absolutely caused inflation. I was wrong about that. That absolutely caused inflation. So
Caused a ton of
it
inflation.
caused a lot of it. Now, to be fair, that spanned two different presidents.
That
So,
is correct.
Yeah.
So the thing was, when do we stop this?
So,
And about a year longer than it needed to go.
oh, that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because, I like my PJ life. So,
Everybody likes the PJ life.
no, not everybody likes the PJ life. Fucking students hated the PJ life. So-
Well, that's
I like
because
PJ.
we hadn't been doing the PJ life.
No. For you and I, it was great. It was like, wow, this is like a permanent vacation,
That's correct.
because we'd been working in the mines for the last 30 years.
Oh, Will and I were just coming from jobs. It's like, well, we go.
literally covered in shit.
It's like, yeah, if the Dino Blood was here, we'd be here.
Right.
But it's there, so
Yeah.
we got to go there. So when they said, stay at home, get money, you couldn't find a faster volunteer.
Yeah, exactly.
That was not enough money.
That was the problem. And people, again, the whole thing where it's like, yes,
There
this
was not
stuff's
enough
a
money.
little bit more expensive. And then we go to, this is the thing where all right, one of the things that was wandering around, that I don't know if it escaped Twitter velocity or not, but there's a heat wave going on in the UK. You
Oh,
familiar
I
with
saw
this?
that. Yeah,
Okay, now,
that did escape. That reached the event horizon.
okay. So there's a couple of things about this that are actually quite funny, right?
None
So-
of y'all have air conditioning.
None.
None.
So not only do they
Oh,
not oh,
dude, that's
no.
all of Europe.
Hang on. It's not just now. Stop. I'm gonna straighten you out on a couple of things. Okay. So not only do they not have air conditioning, they don't know how insulation works. They
What?
so one of the,
Did they get the air conditioners that mom had, the little box that you put a few
Whee!
ice cubes in?
Oh yeah.
no sir. A swamp cooler? No. They,
No, the one mom had was
oh, that no. And this is you're
the size of the Tesseract.
well on top of that. This is heating your or cooling your home
Oh.
of 4. That's smaller than my basement. And the thing is, they were like, well, these Americans, they're like, they have houses that are made of wood.
Yeah.
It's like, go on. It's like, well, our houses are thick and they're stone. It's like, yes. It's
Oh,
like,
that's like an oven.
they're like, it makes it hotter.
Oh yeah.
Now, this is where people were stopping people and saying, do you want to rethink what you just said and say that again? It's like, well, do you wear a winter jacket in the summer? It's like, do you want to rethink what you just said? Because here's the thing is thick walls don't it will keep heat inside, but it also keeps heat out.
Yeah.
Right? It's not something where just because these folks live where the houses have some wood in them doesn't mean that they're automatically free from getting hot. And keep in mind too, what they were considering hot, okay? Now, it is getting up into the 90s over there. Okay? There's a lot of people that were, in the States and they're saying, well, we don't turn on the air conditioner until it hits 90.
Yeah. Usually. Yeah.
Oh no, I turned mine
Oh,
Yeah, well, no. Yeah.
I understand. But there's a lot of people who are saying, like, the worst thing I do when it hits 90 is I go outside, right? I go outside on the front porch. They were posting things, they in the British fucking complaining thread about this, right?
r/Brit bitch.
That's just everything that comes out of Britain. It's just like, hate everything, don't take everything.
Everything. Yeah. That's nothing.
People are posting videos of American marathons being run in hotter temperatures.
It's just trolling them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then people started posting real statistics. They said, did you know that more people in the UK die of heat than die from the United States from firearms?
What is that including suicides?
I didn't
Yeah.
open the thing and check the subheadings, but basically, yeah, they were kind of picking on this. And again, so it goes back to the whole thing of like, we as Americans, it's like shit gets expensive, right? And it does.
Yeah.
But on our worst day, we will have like our lower middle class household
Way better.
will still be living better and have 10 times more shit
Yeah.
than their upper middle class will.
So there was another info thing that I saw the other day that was really good about this. But
Yeah?
it came from a European news source where they do these like graphics, of like top 10 country, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Anyway, they had one that was called like adjusted, like livability.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's like how, like if you took your salary and you took how much cost, how much like flexible room did you have between A and B, to like me money, kind of thing.
Yes.
So do you know where the United States came in on that list out of like 100 some countries?
I don't know.
It was three.
It was 2 and 1.
It was three. 2 and 1 were some bullshit countries, of course, like fucking
Luxembourg.
yeah, like Luxembourg, where everybody's fucking rich, so it doesn't matter or something like that.
Yeah.
So, but it was like, okay, so every other European country was like in the middle of the pack. So where it's like, all right, so all of your money is spent before you even, bring it even home. Okay, because you pay for this insurance, you pay for this, pay for that, and all this stuff. And so your actual spending money is balls. And so everybody feels fucking poor, So and it was just like, oh my gosh. And you can see that because they were like pimping like one or two of their other countries on this because there were other things. They were measuring like healthcare and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking great. Blah, blah, blah. But then, like all the things they listed, that was the only one that actually fucking mattered because if you think about it. So if you don't have any, scratch in your pocket, of course you feel like a tool. And of course, this whole like article about all this shit, that was the last thing they mentioned. And they said, oh yeah, like a couple European countries broke the top 10. And, it was like, like it was like Luxembourg and like Monaco or some bullshit like that.
Right. A city state.
I think it was actually.
Yeah.
That didn't even count. All right. And then they said, well, Ireland was number 8. And then, like fucking Czechoslovakia was number 10. And I was like, wait a minute, where's all the big ones?
Right. Right.
And then it said, and then just in like parentheses, it said, well, Americans was number 3. It was just funny, man. So, but I mean, so like the same thing's true with, okay, so you want to go out and you want to buy your little hand crank, fucking,
Yeah.
air conditioner. Oh, you got no money, man.
Well, it was the funny thing. People were. That was the other thing I was laughing at was there were people just going to specifically that with air conditioning, and people were just posting Amazon links. They were like, this goes in your window for like $225.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, you can get that one with the 2 fans. It's like $30.
Well, you can
So-
get that, and they also have like a solar panel drape that you can put down.
Oh,
And
Really?
power
itself.
Your AC.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
You have got to be.
Now they're selling ones like so that people that live in apartments can just hang it
Yeah.
over their balcony thing, and there's a solar panel, and it'll power
That is genius.
That is genius.
their AC. And
Oh.
away you go.
That was the other chart that is wild. Is basically like how much does a milliamp of power cost you where you live?
Oh, it's
By country.
horrifying in some countries, man.
The UK is one of the ones. Germany is one of the ones. France, Italy, all of these places here that we're supposed to.
That's why you go down to the fucking
Yeah.
like coffee shop to charge your phone.
Cool.
So yeah,
Take a flight so that you can actually have the.
yeah, get on the trains are air conditioned. So.
So, yeah, that's true.
That was the other thing. They were all bitching about like the World Cup this summer, so which nobody gives like I don't know anybody gives a fuck about that. So, but it's a big deal.
The people that do, they don't hang
They
out.
totally do, but it's all over the United States this
Yeah.
year, and people were furious that they couldn't get free train rides.
Oh.
It's absolutely fucking livid. So what fucking third world country is blah blah blah. And then it was like they talked to these guys in New Jersey who run the transit authority and said we're not paying for that. So it's like if FIFA wants to cough up money for us to send fucking trains to the Meadowlands, we got it. Okay, but we ain't paying for that.
So one other thing, I guess I'll kind of close this.
Yeah.
Dude's putting on his traveling hat. The one of the things I was laughing at. There's this Costco video, right? Now this is being prefaced as sort of a cultural invasion, whatever. I don't care. This is just
Costco?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's this Indian couple, and they're fucking just haranguing this old woman because she's stopped them from continuing to get free shit.
At Costco?
Yeah.
Oh, like handouts?
Yes,
Oh.
that's correct.
Or hors d'oeuvres?
Yeah.
Come on.
Now, the thing I was laughing at was, I do remember this because, from the times I've been in New York, it's like, I wish this had happened in New York because there's a couple of things that the person, regardless if she was an old woman or a 40-year-old man or a kid, right? If getting harassed, they would have eventually said, hey, this ain't a buffet, buddy.
This ain't a buffet, buddy.
And that would have ended it,
Yeah.
right? Because I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard that. I've also there's plenty of things like, hey, this ain't a phone booth, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, this ain't a parking spot.
you know what I'm talking about? It's like, hey, this ain't a library, buddy.
Yeah,
You gonna buy
exactly.
something?
You gonna buy something? Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, okay, well, I can tell at least this wasn't here. That's pretty much all I miss about this place. But that's kind of it. But yeah, it did kind of make me laugh. Yeah. And that's that same sort of like that Euro trash shit where it's like the train isn't free. It's like, no, nor is all this food.
Exactly.
Motherfucker, they put price tags across on this
Your
stuff.
own fucking trash,
Oh, okay, now it's not Japan where people stay after to clean it.
man.
All right. Now, that being said, I can also. What is that term that they use, the union guys used for when somebody does somebody else's job?
Oh, time slipping.
Okay. So there's a little bit of that where it's like, don't touch that
Don't
trash.
touch that trash. That's my trash.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm taking food out of my kid's mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas they do it out of like potential shame and fear,
Right. Yeah.
but it's a little bit different story.
Dishonor ancestors.
Well, I'm sort of fucked on sports now because my team got wiped in 4. What do we got left to look forward to?
Football.
Oh God, that's a ways.
This is May.
Oh,
May.
you guys actually like baseball, so
Did you know baseball's number 2 again in the States again?
Is it?
Yeah.
I
It
don't
overtook
buy
basketball.
Yep.
it. I
Sure
don't
did.
buy it.
It sure did. By a pretty significant margin.
You
actually.
should send me that. I don't buy that. No.
I don't know, man.
The ratings for like the World Series do not compare.
Killed the NBA Finals. Killed.
Don't
Absolutely
buy it.
killed.
Don't buy it.
I'm actually curious. So.
Yeah, and it turns out it wasn't even close.
Don't
It wasn't-
buy it.
I don't know, man. I'm like baseball. Yeah, it seems like
Baseball-
it's kind of coming back, and like the whole like the weird like the Savannah Banana kind of baseball shit and stuff like that has really gotten a lot of kids into it again. So
Well, that's where
yeah,
that's where they're actually picking up people, and
These kids,
this
yeah.
I saw this in response to. It was a question of
Oh.
what old timers thought about the past 7 or 8 years of rule changes versus
the kids.
new audiences,
Oh, they like them.
and that's the thing is
Guaranteed,
they're
yeah.
actually getting new
Dude,
audiences.
the fucking pitch clock is badass. So you, you don't like it when games waste your time. You should like this thing.
Turns out the people who don't like it are pitchers.
No, okay, you go cry in your paycheck.
Well, just like that expensive ass dessert that was about to go in the trash and have ants thrown on it. Don't worry, Jeffrey. They'll make more.
They'll make more. Yeah.
So.
All right. I'm Pat.
Ah, well.
I'm Jeffrey.